It's here, it's here. My Laurel Denise 2026 launch has finally arrived and I can't wait to open it up with you. Let's dive in and see all the beautiful things. Hi friends, and welcome back to Lost Without a Plan. I'm Amanda Lynn, and I'm so glad you're here to share this joyful unboxing session with me. I did have something else on the docket for today, but the order came in and I was just too excited not to share with you. I honestly don't even know where to start, but I suppose the planners should be first. So let me unwrap all this packaging and then we'll get into it. Let's begin with the newest addition to the lineup, the Scout Planner in Small. Before we even peek inside, can we take a second to appreciate this packaging? Just look at this box. It's sturdy, elegant, and inside it has this beautiful tissue paper sealed with a sticker for a luxe touch. I'm definitely going to save these boxes for holiday gifting. Inside, the planner is bubble wrapped for safety, complete with the anti-moisture pack. I'm so excited to meet this planner. The past two Scout drops sold out instantly, so I was honestly shocked to be able to snag a small Scout this year. I chose this gorgeous wine tone cover called Mr. Darcy Study. The Scout features a portrait style layout, meaning that the pages are vertically oriented, like a traditional photograph, compared to the horizontal landscape view that they're known for. So let's dive in. Inside, we're finding two rulers that are acrylic. One says "You are here" and the other says "You are also here." And the "You are here" has a standard 8-inch ruler, while the "You are here" has a scalloped edge. On the inside, there's a sturdy paper pocket for slipping in sticker sheets. It's a little loose too. I know that in the past they have had a little tighter, snugger fit, but this seems like it would hold a little bit. There are introduction pages that tell you how to move in. There's a year at a glance. And here is the main event. This is really what drew me to this design. It's how the monthly calendar aligns perfectly with the daily lists in the weekly spread. Monday, etc., etc. These monthly boxes are a little bit small, so I wanted to do a quick label test. Here is a standard 1.5-inch box, appointment box, and an A5 appointment box that is a 1.23-inch label. I got the measurements off Planner Kate, so they're pretty standard, but we're gonna see how it looks. So this is the A5 box, and this is the 7x9 box. And wow, it fits perfectly across there. I'm very impressed. Now these lower pages have a clever Dutch door vibe. They let you have a peek at the big picture while still getting plenty of function out of the spread. This paper here is an 80-pound stock, smooth with a little bit of texture, and the tab monthly pages are a heavier, I'm sure you can hear it, 120 GSM cardstock that has laminated tabs. There's not going to be any bleed through on this one. This is a very sturdy stock. This one you might have a little bit of ghosting. I mean, it feels very similar to that of the plum paper. Maybe a touch lighter. In the beginning, there are monthly trackers and 4 spaces. There's a notes page here in dot grid. There is one spread for every week, starting with a to-do this week, and then every day. And then you have more dot grid at the back. This repeats throughout every single month. I do love the minimalistic styling of the spread. You have the month after right here, which is a little bit confusing because it shows before the month. That's fine, I could just cover that up if it's confusing. Of course, the little calendar is also a Monday start. And then in the back of the planner, Laurel Denise has added a little bit more function. So we start with the plan ahead page with 2027. We have yearly wins and yearly lessons. And then this is new this year. It's a portrait style page of the yearly plan, which is a year at a glance. We have dates 1 through 31 here, and then all the months all the way across. Then there's a habit tracker setup where you can write your to-dos and mark them off. This can be used pretty much for everything. And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of grid line paper, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of dot grid paper before you end up with your year in review page. This one has a standard coil binding. It's almost like a copper in tone. I think it's coming out pretty good on here, which is beautiful with the wine tone. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to come out right, but it's definitely like a deep Bordeaux wine. Let me show it with the Moxie Life colors. You can see that this is like the Moxie Life red, and this is definitely more of a deep, rich burgundy wine tone. I am really excited about this layout and its flexibility. I'm a little concerned that I might be overwhelmed with seeing everything at once all the time. That's why this wouldn't be my main planner, I don't think. I do like to be able to turn pages week to week so that I can hide the mess that is my monthly planner away and just see a nice clean week every time. I do hope to use it as my social media planner, but I could not decide which layout would be best for that, so I grabbed this mini Scout, and I do love this size. I heard that the other one is quite a bit larger, like much larger, so these spaces are bigger, but I think that this is perfect for what I need. How convenient. Look, if they ask you to purchase your planner in November for the next year. That's so cool. All right, so that is the Scout Mini. I couldn't decide which one would be best for what I needed, so I grabbed 2 planners. The second of which is the Small Rose Planner. This one also comes wrapped perfectly, and I did choose a more fun cover for this one. This is the Small Rose. I've actually had my eyes on this one for a while. The first release was full size, so quite a bit bigger. It was so beautiful and a great functional layout. However, it did seem a little bit too big for my workspace. But when they released a small version after that, but it was only available undated or with a sewn binding. And I think that they called it the Project Planner or the 4-column planner before. So I held out, and then this season they finally launched a dated, coil-bound, small version. So I had to pounce on it. And can we take a minute to admire this Bewitched cover? The yellow is like a perfect mustard tone, not super brown like a Dijon, just a true happy mustard. And then these flowers here are a clementine orange. It does pair beautifully with the florals that I like. The paper petal wildflowers are my weakness, as you can see. And these ones right here are perfection. Then here's another fun part, the inside front cover. Laurel Denise nails pattern coordination every single time. This one is reminiscent of their Bennett sisters designs, but in the warmer tones of the Bewitched cover. And they paired it beautifully with these blue swans. The background is kind of more of a purple tone, I think. I wouldn't call it like a navy, but the swans are a light blue tint. Inside there are 2 more rulers, same. This one is a 6-inch ruler, whereas the Scout had an 8-inch ruler. And again, with the scalloped version. It has the inside pages the same. This one is a horizontal layout, so it does feel a little bit different. The same quality tabs with the lamination. Of course, I chose the monthly chart again. The Rose was previously known as the 4-column project planner. So I want to quickly show you with the stickers again. Now this one, the 7x9 1.5 box, is going to be too large, whereas the other one, it was perfect fit. So let's try the A5 box. And this one is just a touch too wide, but I think an A5 sticker could work in this one. But the 1.5 is way too large for that. Maybe it'll work on the other side though. And on this side, that is how they fit there. So I'm going to say that this is a 1.7 almost width column, as there are 4 of them. It does have a spacious header, and you can title it any way you want, so that's fully customizable, with a habit tracker along the bottom. This is a simplified but powerful layout, as it has none of the little inserts here. This is a smaller coil too than I think the regular ones have. That's what they said, because the portrait planner doesn't have standard pages here. They did say that you could add inserts up to, I think, 12 pages, and their insert packs are not very big. It does also have the yearly plan layout, but as you can see, it's more like little squares in this one because it's a horizontal spread, and they have the days across the top instead of vertically, horizontally, and then they have the months along the bottom. So it's like a reversed layout. Still very functional spread. And then the habit trackers are also wide. The columns are a little smaller on the Small Scout tubes, probably so that they could have a wider column over here, but check boxes don't really need to be that large. And then again, with a couple of pages of regular grid and a couple of pages of dot grid, and another folder in the back with their tag across the bottom in gold foil. Both layouts are amazing, and so this does leave me completely conflicted for my 2026 planner lineup. I'd love it if you drop a vote in the comments. Which layout would you pick? The Small Scout or the Small Rose for your planning needs? Next up, we should hit up the accessories. I do want to start with the inserts because we have the planners out here. But before that, I wanted to show you the tab stickers. Now these are made for the softbound planners so that you can use them as like a page marker and make it easy to find all of the months. But it does show off all 12 of the patterns that are available in this 2026 launch. Now this one here is my favorite. I think it's called Lydia's Stroll. It was only available in the Joe Planner, and my Joe Planner goes until July, so I didn't need to buy it once, but this is also very beautiful. There's the Bewitched there. See how Bennett Sisters is the reverse of the inside of my Bewitched planner. But at least we get to peek at the art with these lovely little stickers. Now, the inserts for the Scout are not yet available. I believe that they said that they were going to drop them in the December launch. They do have them for the large Scout, but not the Small Scout yet. Since this is a brand new drop for this one, they wanted to see how it would sell before they ordered them. I think that that's supposed to come around Black Friday. So then there are these inserts here. I did pick up 2 sets. We have the appointments, which show just a little time slot there. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slots across. You could make these days of the week. It is reinforced laminated tabs, and it's 2-sided. So essentially, if you only wanted to use it one side, you could easily pop it on and use this side to have your monthly schedule open. But I was thinking, if I really wanted to, I could always flip it and use it upside down so that I just keep this open to this side if I wanted to. I'm not really sure how I'm going to use this because these are super small and I do not write that small. This is the A5. It almost takes up 2 of these slots. Yes, 2 slots is a 1-inch border. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to use these, but I was definitely interested in them. And I'm sure I will figure it out as time goes by. Then the second set that I got is the Side Hustler pack. Now, this one includes a business overview page, a marketing storage page, so we can use it as a placeholder for content throughout the year. Business overview page. On the back side of that is marketing storage for January through March, April through June, July through September, October through December, and then a good decisions and a record of general amazingness. That's super fun. So it's just 3 pages, and I thought that it would be a good addition for this planner because of the way that I'm using it. I thought I might start it up in my year-end planning and regrouping for 2026. So I'm just going to pop this right here onto the back page, and it's not coming off. That is actually really well placed in there. It does fit nicely. The pages are the exact same size, whereas these ones are a little shorter. So you will always see your last column when you use these inserts for this. I'm really not sure about these, but I will try them out. There are, I think, 12 of them here. So you could have one for each month out of the year if you wanted to. Okay, next up we're going to look at the sticky notes real quick. I did get 2 sets of sticky notes. There are 3 current sizes of these large sticky packs, and each size on the website shows how it will fit in every single layout. I chose sticky note 3 because it seemed to fit the best in both of the layouts that I purchased. So if I do lean more towards one than the other, it will still work in both. The pastel version is cute. I'm going to stick that on the screen so that you can see, but I'm really picky about my yellows. Obviously, I like a rich, deep yellow. And Laurel mentioned that this yellow was like a little bit pastel-y, and I'm not really sure that I would dig that. So I went with the neutral palette, and then I grabbed the Itty Bitty sticky notes, also in neutral. And these ones are all a little bit smaller than this, so it added another layer of planning to my style. And because I have 0 self-control around stickers, I did pick up the Pine Forest stickers, because look at these cute little woodland creatures. I mean, come on, they're so cute. Nancy really hit it out of the park with this one. Absolutely darling. And last but not least, I did pick up the pen pouch in A Lady's Imagination. It has just a little bit of pink on the outside with these gorgeous blue. I think that they're called anemones. I am not sure, but I think that that's what they're called. They're that paper flower setup, but they have a dark blue in the background with green blossoms and little yellow centers, and then the blue paper flowers, a green bottom. This is a sturdy canvas bag. It's durable and elegant. The zipper is also very well made and sturdy, with their signature Laurel Denise pink on the inside, which will probably make it really easy to spot what you're looking for from afar. And that wraps up my unboxing of the Laurel Denise 2026 launch collection. Quick reminder, I'm an affiliate with Laurel Denise, so you can use code LOST10 for 10% off your order. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps support my channel and lets me keep bringing you planner content each week. I'm so excited to dig into these layouts for 2026. Both are gorgeous and functional and beautifully crafted. The team at Laurel Denise has outdone themselves this year. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my next video, and I'll catch you next week. Bye for now.